Hey guys, got another Spyderco knife for you from my collection. This is the Spyderco Toad. Very small Spyderco knife. Actually, I believe it. Excuse me. I believe it was the smallest Spyderco knife produced until recently with the release of the Bug series, the Bug and the Honeybee, and the soon-to-be released Grasshopper. But it's a really cool little knife. The only knife designed for Spyderco by knife maker D.Holder. I hope I'm saying that right. D.Holder. I'm not sure his ethnicity, but you know, he's got some really cool looking knives. This is the only one, like I said, that he made for Spyderco. It's a liner lock knife, kind of a thin liner lock, but you know, for the size of the knife and the use, the jobs you're gonna use this for, it's completely adequate. Really tough. You know, there's no movement whatsoever, so decent lock. It's got a really small blade. It's 1.5 inches. And it looks like a flat ground blade, but it's actually a really high hollow grind. You can kind of feel that. See if you can see that. You can kind of see that. Kind of a Wharncliffe style blade with a slight recurve. You can see there. Makes it a really nice kind of a utility type knife. You can choke up on it, slice boxes open, whatever. Weighs 1.8 ounces, so it weighs nothing. It's made out of Almite coated aluminum, which gives it a really nice smooth texture. It's not too grippy, but you know, and it's really nice knife. Edges are beveled. I mean, there's some precision work here in this knife for such a small knife. See, the edges are beveled all the way around. Really nice. And it kind of looks like a toad. If you look at it here, got the eyeball, you know, the head, the eyeball. Kind of looks like a toad sitting there. Really cool. Pin construction. So it may come loose over time, but you can just send that in to Spyderco and they'll fix it right up for you. Beautiful machine work here. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. Very tight tolerances. Beautiful machine work all around. Pocket clip. Pocket clip's almost as big as the knife. It's pretty funny. It's weird that a knife this size would even come with a pocket clip, but you know, it's got the hole opening, of course, and for such a small knife, it's actually pretty easy to open. And the liner lock is really easy to access. It's got nice, you know, nice property there. As you can see, it says Spyderco on the liner lock, so that's cool. These knives were produced from 1999 to 2002, and they still can be had. There's actually a few on eBay right now, which is surprising because up until a few years ago, these were pretty hard to find. You know, when people get them, they hoard them. You know, they're pretty sought after Spyderco collector's knife. You know, it's just a pretty unique Spyderco knife. You know, all in all. Blade steel is AUS 8, which at the time was a fairly decent blade steel. It still is fairly decent. Made in Seki City, Japan. And it's a cool little knife. You know, like I said, it's got these little indents there where you can choke up on it. Your finger fits really nicely right there. It's kind of a 3-finger knife, and you can slice and dice and do whatever you want to do. It's a nice little knife, you know, for, you know, most EDC purposes. It'd be a nice office knife if you were an office worker. You know, it's a nice knife, a nice little dress knife. I really like it. give you some size comparisons like my buddy Dave likes to do. It's a really good idea. Here it is next to a Spyderco cricket and a dragonfly, both in carbon fiber scales. So it's right between the two. It's really a small knife. And here it is next to the bug. And just to show you how small it is, here's a Mannix 2. So it's a fairly small knife, but it gets the job done, and it's a really cool little piece. I really like it. It's a nice little knife. Tight lock up. Toad. So I just wanted to show you guys this knife. If you get a chance, you know, pick one up. You know, they're not too expensive, about $80 to $100, and it's a cool little piece to have in your collection. Very, very beautiful knife. It's a stout little blade. It's fairly thick, and it comes to, I mean, that point almost disappears. Razor sharp point. This thing's definitely a slicer. Alright, y'all. Take care now. Be safe. Stay sharp. See you later. Thanks for watching.